Alright, so that's what you have there. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, right by the loft. Alright, and I have them facing this way, facing this way. This one is facing that way because I don't want it to interfere with the thermostat. And that one is facing on the loft. That one's going to the front of the building, this to the right, to the left, to the back. Now we're going in the attic. Oh, I'm going to clean clean all this up here. And we'll go in the attic and we'll run the flex from that to the plenum. I don't know if I'm going to put the plenum on today because it might be in the way of doing the chimney. I'm changing the chimney. I don't like that there's not a lot of draft. I'm going to send it out through the roof now. Yeah, switching it up. Let me clean it up and I'll be back. Alright, so we got the plenum almost in place. I had to cut these, notch them just to get them in there. I'll put the pieces back and I'll nail them. I'll sister it with a piece I have downstairs. But I'm gonna have to rethink this truss because this is gonna have to get cut, I think, here and here. And I put it like on top of this joist here up to there. I gotta change it a little bit because my plan was to put them on the side. You can't put them on the end because the heat would blow right in favor of those. We wanted to go in, hit the back wall, come up and out. Unless I bring the ones for this side out the back, which I don't, not a fan. He gave me elbows. I mean, could just stick the elbows right out and run them down behind the back. One right there. I'll probably have to buy two more of the flex vent. Be like $100 probably. Because it has to be longer then. But flex vent, you don't want to run like up to 40 feet. It's too much. When you get going that far, you gotta use that vent. Metal stuff. Air wants to run smoother on that. But so 25 feet is like right there. The third vent. So these are all gonna be fine. I'm gonna cut pieces off them, which I can use to make to the last part. That's about 30 feet long. They're 25. So the piece I cut off of this one and a lot off of this one will make up for it. So yeah, the plenum, I want to get it in place, but then I can't really work on the exhaust. Well, I could go behind the back there and work on it. Because I don't like that idea. I'm not getting enough draft. The door is not opening. You know, it's coming out, up, across, out, up. And I'm not getting any draft. I mean, it's leaving. The heat is leaving because I was out. I went on the roof and it was really hot, the pipe. I don't want this thing to get too hot. Let me see if I can work from back here. Yeah, I can work from back here on that. I think I'm gonna come from that one, just go straight up out here. And I bought fire blanket. And I can wrap all this with the fire blanket. It's either that or I'm gonna have to get the double wall pipe. That's gonna be really expensive to run that out of here. Double wall pipe. Huh. Yeah, that's gonna be some money there, boy. This is the pipe that was on it at the guy's house. So it's been there 5 years and it's still in good shape. So yeah. Let me see what I'm gonna do here. I might end up going right up here. Straight up and out. I still got 12-inch overhang over here, so it won't look too crazy. It's far enough away from the ridge vent, which is here. I'm gonna be here. Be all the way over there. I mean, it's supposed to be 18 inches from any combustibles. But if I wrap it with the fire blanket, I don't see it being a problem. Yeah, let me open one of these flex vents. Flex vent. Flux. I'm thinking about soldering. So I'm trying to come up with a plan here. Well, this one will be the far one. I'll only have to add like 2 feet to it. This one here, second one, will be the next, well, the one behind it will be that one. Then the other one I'm going to put in the middle here to go right to that one. I cut it in half and go to that one. So we only need 3 here. The pieces I'll be able to fix and make them longer. And over here, this is the long one. Trying to make it short as possible because this side is going to be longer. So I got 2 bags extra. I bought too many. I'll probably use one more to make this one longer and that one longer. I mean, just by like 2 feet or something. And the other one I'll take back. But yeah, I gotta get that pipe disconnected, then I can put the plenum on. So let me get that pipe out of there. I can find my screw gun up here. Let me get it disconnected so I don't have to deal with it no more. Oh, it's tough working up here. I wish I would have thought about having the attic trusses put in here. Like my buddy Justin, the banana head, a l'associé. Alright, let's get this out of here. And then I'll be back. Alright guys, plenum is in. I might have to cut this out. I gotta get the dampers, you know. I think I can get 1 there, 2, 3. I'll throw 1 here, 4. Or the 4th, I don't know. Well, I'll put it on top, I don't know. Alright, we got that. We got the chimney back out. To see, because I had to move it to get this in here. This thing was a bear to get in there, boy. Whew. Yeah, I can go right here with this one. The other one there is too long, so I'm gonna take probably that much out of it and hook him maybe right here. Alright, let me go. Well, I'm waiting on the plenum now. I mean, not the plenum, the return. It's gonna go here. But my cutter broke for the tin to cut the circle, so I had to order one. It'll be here tomorrow. But maybe I'll come back and show you how that tool works, cutting holes in there. Yeah, I think I'm gonna hardy board the back, the wood. You know, to take the heat. Any fire or anything like that, it won't burn the cement board. But I'll be up here checking. That's what I forgot. I gotta get some fire extinguishers for this place. But it's pretty nifty looking there. So like that. Gonna be 1, 2, 3, 4. I don't know why he gave me 8 elbows. I can't use an elbows over here. This one would be 1 here. And the flex will just go right to that one. 2 down the middle. 3 and 4 for this side. He gave me so many elbows. I don't know why he gave me so many elbows. You can't put an elbow on here. Maybe I use the elbows for the down. I think that that's what he was talking about. Let's see. I think I sent him. I brought him a drawing and everything. And we were talking about it. See, like this. I don't think they want it like that. He said he doesn't like it like that. So I think maybe he gave me elbows to put on like this. See? And then the flex will go right to it. But does that fit on there? Yeah, it fits on there. Yeah, I think that's what he wants me to do. With the other 4 extras. Alright, well, we'll see. Anyway, this side might fit better. Yeah, that side fits better. Yeah, alright, we'll see. Alright, there's the hole. Here's the tool I told you I was going to show you. Drill a hole, you mark the numbers on here, up to 12 inches. You make 1 hole in the middle with the same bit, then you put that middle part inside the hole and you go around. And then you mount your damper cover right on there. And as you can see, it can open and it can close with that size hole. It's an 8-inch hole. And that's gonna seal perfect. See it in there? It's gonna seal perfect. Alright, I gotta cut 1 there, 1 there, 1 there, and then these here. So yeah, it's like, I would say, I don't know, 1 minute I cut 1, 2, 3 holes already. This thing is pretty, it's like my old one. You have to hold it. When you get the hole going in, you twist the drill like this. You lean it this way and boom, it cuts just like butter. It cuts this like it's cutting toilet paper. I wish I could show you. I don't have a thing here. Let me see if I can set you up real quick. Let me set something up here to show you that last one over there. Where are we? Are we there? Oh! This is very hot up here, man. Very, very hot up here. And today's my birthday. Yeah, and I'm working in my building. No, my kids took me out yesterday. My wife and son-in-law took me out to eat. Spanish place we like to eat at around here. And they bought me that nice heating tool for my birthday. The one I showed you already. I get everything early, you know. They buy me stuff and they get it right away. You know? They don't want me to wait. Alright. So how can I get you set up here? Maybe if I stick you in the rafter here. Let's see. This. And then put one of those things here. Like this to hold the phone. Not gonna work? Let's see if that's gonna work. Let's see. Here we go. You line it up. Make sure it's going to be a good circle. Watch me mess this one up. Because you're watching me. You make the center hole. Put that in there, you make the next hole. And you lean it back. Cut. All right. Hope you saw that. Let's see if you saw it. And that's what the damper looks like screwed on. Now you can slow the airflow down certain parts, like the one way down there I'll leave wide open like that. And then maybe the one right here, that'll go right here. Or this one might go right there. I'll leave that one closed almost all the way. Alright, let me put that one down there, and then it has a double face tape. You take the tape off, you stick it on there, but you gotta try to keep these to where you can get to them. You know, the dampers. Alright. Yeah, so try to get as many of the shavings out. It won't make a lot of noise, but it makes some noise. Definitely don't leave those in there. That's the noise they'll be making, blowing around in there. I usually just try to get it out. Yeah. Alright, let me get these two on. And we'll start hooking the lines up there. So you put a zip tie first, clip it, which I don't have the big ones, I thought I had them. Then I'll duct tape it with this or foil tape, which I'd rather use a foil tape. And then we'll put that up over that and then cover it. That's why you have to use the elbows over here. That's why he gave me them, because they'll be in the way of the dampers. Okay, so I'll use the foil tape for duct work. Wrap that now. Foil tape and make sure it doesn't come off. Like so. And I'll stretch it out, of course, because it's got to go down a little further. Well, no, it doesn't. It has to go. Yeah, these are all going to get cut. Just going to get them hooked up to here, then I'll figure out what I'm doing here, to here, to here, to there, here, there, to here, hold it there. Hey, okay? I'll be back. So now there's a wire in there. You got to cut the wire. So I cut this one because I'm going to go right there with it. And this one I run through the middle here for the next one here, and then I'll save the other piece for the end down there, which is this one right here. Alright, let me make a connection like I just did. Fold this back, connect this, and then fold this back over it. And that's what we look like. These four sides. Okay, now I'm gonna get down to where it's nice and cool. I gotta cut and hook up down there. Alright, give me a sec. That one goes there. I guess you get the drift. So now they're in. So I'll be back with the plenum. Plenum's in. I'll be back with the return when the guy's done making it. Alright guys, we're getting it going. That I had to put hard pipe. Those for the last two vents on this side. The other two I came through here. It's tight. I should have sat the boiler this way, the furnace. Had the return go through the floor, and the plenum would have been here, and I could have just went off the sides, you know. But me thinking that I need the space, because if I did that, this would have came all the way to here. Yeah, probably would have been all the way up from there. That end of plenum probably would have been here. And as you can see, there's no space from here to there. You know, I like to still use it for some kind of storage or something. So that's why I did that. But now, by doing that and thinking that way, the filter's going in through the top. He's making the return with the filter on the tops right in here. I should have freaking left it alone with the side. Now this guy is such a pain. You know, he's got a freaking attitude. So what he did give me that was good was the return grill from downstairs. I could put a filter there. So I think I'm gonna end up doing that. He made that thing for that part for nothing. This guy's a real, you know, he's old. He's an older guy, but he's like a freaking crybaby, man. You know, he's telling me, you know, I'm spending too much time on this. You know, I said, well, what? I didn't pay you for your time? What, are you doing it for free? He goes, well, yeah, you're right. I said, yeah, of course I'm right, you know? Like, don't complain to me you're spending too much time. Work faster, and you won't spend too much time on it. All right, so yeah, so now even here, this one's really tight. You know, you just made it, and you know, I'm trying to save those 2 bundles over there. I don't know why I'm trying to save those. I just cut them and use them. I paid for them already. He's not going to take it back. He's a pain. I don't even want to deal with him. So I got just these 2 to connect now. This one I planned. This is the longest one. It's going to go right to that pipe. And the other one over there will go around, come up over or go right through here to that pipe. Right there. But my other problem is I can't even get to the smoke pipe anymore. See that? So, I mean, the last test with this furnace, the readings were great. Like the best this thing could ever run is what it was. And that's what it was in my house down the hill there. And I never did nothing but just change the nozzle every year. As long as you change the nozzle and everything's already set, there's no reason for it to change, you know what I mean? Like, why would it change? So he showed me, I got all the paperwork on this. The readings were like perfect, the COs and everything. So before I put all this in and the plenum, I mean the return in, I got to get that smoke pipe going up, and I got to put a fire barrier between the wood and the pipe, which I have. I bought a fire blanket. It's good up to 1,000 degrees, and that pipe's only going to get 400 degrees. So that should work. I was going to put tin, wrap all the wood with tin, you know, all the poles and the 2x4, wrap them with tin, but how now? You know, how you going to get in there? Can't get in there. And the hole I made over there, I went to Pioneer Pole Buildings and I bought 2 sheets. One to cover the hole downstairs where the old heater was, and a piece to put there. So yeah, I'll be back when I get the return. Which I'm gonna be with doing something for somebody this week. I might not be back for a minute. So alright. I'll be back. Alright. So I changed the fuel filter. Let me see. The oil filter, fuel filter underneath. Antifreeze filter, secondary oil filter. And the bad boy's purring like a kitten. So now I'm just going to get the tie rods and stuff are not that bad. They will pass inspection. But got a little bit of looseness And this winter, like I said, I'm gonna shut this truck down, take it all apart, take the bed off of it, get the chassis done on it, fix all the body work, and maybe paint it over the weekend. I mean, over the winter, over the weekend. I'll leave all this rough stuff that my daughter did on here, tape it up, make it a little easier. We'll get rid of the badges, get rid of the King Ranch, get rid of all that, just leave it, you know, the dual, we'll call it the Dualinator. So yeah, we'll be back on this when I'm pulling the hubs and everything apart, because the four-wheel drive doesn't work from inside the truck. I gotta get out and turn the hub and lock it in when I'm in the dump stuck. The dump does this. When I first was going in the dump 3-4 years ago, after the dump I would go right to the car wash thing and I would spray all this off. I got lazy. So now this is what you get when you get lazy. Oh, let me shut this thing off. It's smelling something strong in here now. I gotta put my exhaust fan on. So now we know the lift will lift the truck up, but I don't know if we want to do it, but stand under it. It was okay. Now I'm having some rough starts now again. Hard starts in the morning. So I don't know if it's the these stupid lights. Stupid lights up there. My daughter told me to get rid of those. But the glow plug thing, let me turn this fan on. This stuff is getting in the eyes now. When you go up there and go outside. So yeah, the glow plug thing there. I just did the tires, I put them all on. Best thing I ever did. I just can't balance my tires. I would have to get a bigger cone. I gotta go on Cot Tools website and get a bigger cone for that. For these wheels, because look at the hole in them, they're huge. But the tires were on there for like 4 years. I got 4 years out of those tires. That's pretty good, man. And I go everywhere with this thing when I'm doing dumpsters. Alright, so I'll be back when I tear this apart. Alright guys, we're back on the heating system for the building. As I showed you earlier, I got all the vents in, all the ductwork is ran. Now I got the return. Here's the grill. The other part is up there, the plenum that goes going to get cut into here. It's a 21.5 by 20, and this is the cap for the end of the filter that's going to stick out the side. It's going to lock into that. The other piece is up there already, but I'm making my own like heat shield. This is where the exhaust pipe will be coming through, and I left the air space in between. You see? So this one doesn't get hot. That's the one that's going to be going through my high heat roof thimble. What are these? I forgot what I call them. But I'm gonna cut this at the, I think this is a this is 8-inch pipe. Let's see. I think it's the 8-inch. Yeah, it's the 8-inch. So we'll cut this with a pair of scissors at the 8-inch line, which is right up here. See, arrow 8-inch, 7.5 to 8 with the arrow facing up. So they want you to cut it there with scissors. Then it'll fit over this really tight. So this is going to go through the roof, and then the hat is going to go on that. Let me see if I even need a thing called a thimble that goes around and stops the water from going in. But this is the hat. It's going to go on there. Still don't know how much I'm going to need though. My thoughts were to put that on there and have it sticking out that far past the ridge and everything. It's all bent up because I threw it off the roof. I almost fell off the roof. So I let that go instead of me falling. So the other one will go into this pipe, which I'll slide that down a little more, and then this one is going to go into this pipe. But we needed something to cover this. So birds, bees, whatever can't get in there. So I bought some mesh, just to stuff in there. Because it still needs to breathe. You know, the heat's got to come out of there. Yeah, the guy was supposed to make me a thimble. Now I remember. Thimble to cover that. I have something. Where is it? I have something to go around that. It was on that. I gotta find it. I gave him the piping, that guy. Let me see if I can find that piece. So I think if I just did that, that'll be fine. You know, I think that'll be fine. We'll see what happens. Let me get back up there. I bought a fan, nice fan for the attic. It goes on automatically. It's digital. Got this Aviva. See it up there? See it? Right now it's blowing the heat out of the attic. Because my whole house fan quit working. I think it's something with the circuit. Like the neutral's must have broke off, because even this fan is not working right. That one has not enough power going to it. I think neutral came off somewhere. So I believe that goes right from there to here. From here, I don't know. I can't remember. I gotta figure it out. But for now, the task at hand is to get this through the roof. This way I could be done with that exhaust, because once I do that, you know, so after all the duct work, you know, I didn't really plan it out right, but like to get to this pipe again, like in 5 years when it rots away or something, I gotta go through disconnecting the plenum, the filter plenum, and which is return, to get to that pipe back there. So it was combustion tested at the guy's house, and it had phenomenal numbers. So I didn't change anything, the air band or anything. I'll just leave it all the way it is, and just keep changing the nozzle every year. And it should run the same. So right now I'm gonna get a pair of scissors. I'm gonna cut that at the 8-inch pipe. See? It fits on there really tight. And you put silicone around it. Stops the water from going in. Alright, so let me I gotta cut an 8-inch hole in the roof. Get all this pipe situated, screwed up in here, going through the roof. Nice and strong. Then I'll get on the roof and I'll do that. Alright, let me get up in the attic. Alright. That is called a bird stopper. No bird can go in there and get burned to death. Alright? Now we'll get a thimble made for there, or I'll find something. That'll be the hat up there. Alright, so I'm gonna go up there, I'm gonna poke a hole through the roof. Then I'm gonna go on the roof and put this through. Or do I want to poke this through the roof and then I'll go up there and I'll drag that over it, because I can get around the screws easily. Yeah, I think I'm going to do that. Let me get up there, get this nice and stable. We'll go up there, we'll put the cap on. We'll put this seal on with the silicone, special silicone for high heat. And then we'll get up there stable to the wall and whatever, you know. So let's go get this in first. I'll show you when I get up there. All right, there you have it. Now I'll go on top, put the thimble in. Out of here. I use that tool again to cut a nice hole. Ooh, it's hot in here. Forgot to record. Sorry about that. No room, you see what I mean? I didn't think about it. The plenum's gonna be, the return is gonna come out all the way to here and then go down. There'll be no way to get in here after this. So I had to end up doing this for the last two ducts, which is one's there and one's there. But like, to do a combustion, he's gonna have to stick his arm all the way in there. There's a hole there already, so he can stick a combustion tool in there. But yeah, this fan is sucking the air out and the temperature's going down. I'll show you the setup when I get out the other side here. Oh, I don't want to fall in there because I'll be in the damn garage. Right through the sheetrock. Oh. Okay, came with a thermometer. See, when I first came in, it was 130 degrees. It's 106 now. There's the temperature gauge, the probe. I'll leave that there, so when it gets too hot in here, the bad boy gonna turn on. That's gonna turn on automatically. I got it set for 69 degrees. I think I'm gonna put it lower. When it hits 60, turn on. You know, get all the heat out of here. Alright, so let me get on the roof now. Let me grab what I need here for that. I'll put that pipe collar on. And we'll go from there. We need the screw gun. I got special screws out there. Bunch of zip screws here. But I'm gonna need a silicone gun up there. I also have a fire blanket I'm gonna staple around that pipe on the wood, because it's pretty close to the wood. I don't think it'll ever catch on fire, but I'm just gonna be safe. So I don't want it to catch on fire. But I'm gonna take the caulking gun. I'm gonna jump up on the roof now, put that pipe collar on, and we'll go from there. I'll be back. Leave me a comment, let me know if I went crazy with the silicone. I know I did, so. But it's there, it's ready. Alright, fire blanket is in around that whole pipe. Okay, around the wood, there's all the screws coming through. You can see, you don't see no daylight, so we won't have a leak. But up here, under here, we need to put a thimble. Alright, let's get this plenum on now. Sorry guys, but I got no help. 1,000 degrees up here. I cut the hole in the ceiling. Now I'm going to cut the piece in the return part, so it fits right over this plenum for the return. We're down to 98 degrees in here. I don't know how I'm still alive, but alright. Alright, so let's see if I get this piece cut and get it back in there over that one. That has to go in that hole. Oh man. Alright, there's a return. It's in. I can't film everything, guys. I'm having a tough time here. Danny don't want to come help me. I don't understand. Yeah? My brother's supposed to come help me. I pay, bro. You know what I'm saying? It's in there. Let me go up there. I'm going to tape it now. This is what it is here. Yeah. Now I got to tape that. And this is where the filter goes. And this is the cover that's going to go on the filter that sticks out. So I'm just going to put some tape on that going around. And I'll be back with the startup. Hey guys, what we ended up with, that one secondary piece there will stop the water from going in the 8-inch pipe. And there's the hat for the 6-inch pipe. And I painted everything somewhat. Alright, we're going back down. Alright guys, we're all done. I did a fan test, it all works. I'm not gonna, look at the temperature up here. It'll shut off on high limit if I try to turn it on. But this is what it is. Now we have heat in the garage. Like and subscribe, leave a comment. Thanks for watching.